art, food, a lot of seafood. It's a feast for the eyes and stomach touring the river towns of Perak. Kuala Kangsar, a small serene town comfortably cradled in the crook of Perak River. At first glance, its gentle, unassuming manner may well hide the fact that it's the royal capital of Perak, housing the majestic palace of the Sultan of Perak. Ask any local and they'll tell you that Kuala Kangsar is known for two things: royalty and art. Arts that span centuries and generations, the kind of art you can't produce with just a mere few years of study. Chef Julie and I meet up with Nazrin, whose dad is a pipe maker, the only one in the whole of the Padang Changkat village.
Ini kampung saya. Ini kampung ni saya duduk sini pun daripada kecil lagi. Memang kiranya semua satu kampung ni semua saudara mara semua. Yang ini pak saudara, yang ini mak saudara, yang itu kakak saudara. Oh, ya. Jadi kita semua satu kampung ni macam satu family lah. Family besar.
Nazrin takes us to see a master blade maker at work, someone who's been forging knives for over 40 years.
Salah. Cik Jamaluddin.
Hello, Pakcik. Encik Jamaluddin forges big knives like parangs and small handheld ones like the karambit, where the knife's curved shape was perfect for women in the old days to hide in their hair as a weapon to protect themselves. To shape the metal, Encik Jamaluddin first heats it in a charcoal fire to make it more pliable for shaping.
Itu cara dia bakar dia. Bakar nak bagi besi tu sampai dia colour merah.
Okey.
Sampai dia masak lah.
Bagaimana Pakcik tahu dia cukup panas untuk...
Agak-agak.
Once he deems the metal hot enough, he immediately hammers it into shape and repeats this process several times over until the metal takes the shape of the karambit.
Sekarang ni, Cik Jamaluddin dia tengah lukis dia dulu untuk kita tebuk dia nak bagikan dia sarung.
So interesting. This is freehand. This is definitely years of experience, kan?
Ya, pisau tu orang panggil corik. Jadi dia tu kalau tak pandai guna, dia akan makan jari.
Tajam sangat.
Tajam, dia sangat tajam.
Macam potong buah-buahan pun sama.
Yalah. Mana-mana tukang pun dia akan buat sendiri punya pisau dia.
Pakcik bila belajar dulu, ada tak berdarah-darah semua jari?
Ya, ada.
Ada?
Baru belajar ada.
Wah, ada kemalangan yang berlaku tak? Ha? Ada. Of course, a little mention of blood wasn't going to stop me from trying my hand at it. Ambil macam ni. Okay, macam pakcik macam ni. Okay. Atas ke atas?
Bawah.
Bawah. Ni bawah.
Oh, bawah.
Jaga atas. Jaga
saya tak macam ni mau kena tangan dia.
Macam ni. Macam ni.
Jaga.
Oh, jaga. I think they're more panicked than I am. Why are you so panicked? You know what? I think this is as much as I can do already before they freak out. Okay, ini betul tak?
Betul.
Macam ni.
Nanti takut kena.
Okay, takut kena jari. Okay, bagi balik. Once the wood's carved, glue is applied to the sides, and in less than 10 minutes, the sheath for the karambit's done. The karambit handle is another process entirely. Made from female buffalo horns for its natural sheen, Encik Jamaluddin first chops it freehand into the desired shape before drilling a hole for the handle. Next, he smoothens and sharpens the curved knife he forged earlier. In the old days, he'd have to smoothen it manually, taking 2 days to make one karambit. With the machine, he makes up to 4 knives in one day. Terima kasih ya, tunjukkan seni pakcik yang handal ni.
Terima kasih.
We bid farewell to Nazrin and proceed to experience another art form in the village that's just a little less dangerous for us to try. Gold thread embroidery.
Hi.
Terkat, gold thread embroidery, started hundreds of years ago, an art that only princesses indulge in, embroidering for her personal use. In time, it became a skill and a livelihood that women outside the palace started to adopt. Today, gold thread embroidered designs are found on cushions and decorative items made to order for special occasions, especially weddings. Kangsar has been doing it for 35 years.
Kenapa buat tekak mesti flat macam ni?
Sebab saya buat tekak tradisional. Jadi tradisional macam ni, duduk atas lantai dan pemidang dia mesti macam ni.
Kalau nak buat satu corak macam ni, berapa hari nak habis?
4 hari bersiap.
Wow, that's quick.
Chef Julie would know as she loves needlework. After observing for just a few minutes, she's ready to try her hand at it.
Tarik dulu dan naikkan sini ya. Oh my. It's not as easy as I thought it would be.
Embroidery definitely takes an infinite amount of patience. For fast learners, it usually takes 1 day to pick up the basics, just like Chef Julie. But for people like me, well, I'll be here for at least a week. We say goodbye to Kangsar and depart Kuala Kangsar for Kuala Gula, just an hour's drive further north for a lunch appointment with the Ong family. The Ong family specialize in making belacan, shrimp paste, an essential ingredient in many curries and sauces, and some say the secret to why Southeast Asian food tastes so good. When Mr. and Mrs. Ong invited us over for a home-cooked meal of Mrs. Ong's famous laksa using their very own belacan, there was no describing the anticipation.
好吃，很好吃，它汤很像。Very good。你们做不辣酱做了多少年了
？30多年了，我的老爸他们开始。我跟我的老爸身边也有40多年。
So is it the same method from generation to generation till now?
现在我们做的不同了。第一个过程就是幼虾，我们幼虾洗了干净，大概我们拿去称，放粗盐，浇了给它吸收盐，给它拿去压，压给它水流出来，我们再拿去晒。同年放一个桶里面，拿去烧咯，烧了大概有1个月，给它发酵。发酵了，我们再拿去晒太阳，它变成拉筋了嘛。一个桶要放那80桶，拿去烧，烧了我们80桶再绑起来。
Mr. Ong writes the date from the day the belacan is kept until an order comes in from customers. The belacan has to be kept for a minimum of 5 months for optimum quality and taste.
你有像是拉萨放进去这样好吃啊！哥，我看你
Not too
这
spicy.
道是最好吃的嘞，我也是要学你这样吃。
有声音比较好吃。
那是不是碰到哪里都是嘛？
小小的，不要大大。
不要这样粗鲁啊！
不要粗鲁。
Besides the slurpingly good laksa, Mrs. Ong also made tong sui, a Chinese dessert, and we end the meal with freshly cut fruits dipped in heko, a thick, dark, sticky, and utterly delicious dip made with belacan. You know it's a good meal when you're full and you still can't stop eating. Next up, Chef Julie and I explore Kuala Gula on a boat and indulge in the freshest seafood. Kuala Gula, a little fishing village tucked away in the northwestern corner of Perak. It's a gem of a place rich in seafood, sights and smells. The village may be small, but it's far from sleepy. Just next to the Kuala Sepetang Sanctuary Resort is a jetty for those wanting to take a river cruise. The best way to explore Kuala Gula is on a boat, so we meet up with our guide, Mr. Tan, who takes us on a tour down the river. Mr. Tan was born in Kuala Gula and lived his whole life in the village, extremely content working as a nature guide. When it comes to Kuala Gula and its treasures, nobody knows it better.
其实红树有很多的品种，那不同品种有不同的花，但是这一种花是最香的。哎，这个，这个小黄花你喜欢，要黄色的花才会香。
Oh my goodness, it's so sweet. Wow, it smells like what we have in our shampoos.
Thanks to the large expanse of the mangrove forest known as the Matang Forest Reserve, Kuala Gula has become a bird sanctuary for thousands of migratory birds.
There is a great egret and a little egret. The great egret, their bill is yellow in color. And the little egret, their bill is black in color.
The best time for bird watching is early in the morning or late in the evening when the tide is low.
Oh, 飞了，飞了。Ah. Oh, it flew away there.
Black. In Kuala Gula surrounding area, species of bird can be recorded up to 195 species.
Wow. That's a lot, actually.
Mangrove forest is a biodiversity. A lot of food they can eat.
Yep. Oh my God, it's so pretty.
For bird watching, it's up to the luck.
Are we having very good luck right now?
Still okay. But sometimes more than that, thousands of migratory birds get together.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you mean there are more birds than this?
The birds go back to their respective countries to breed during summer. So the best time to see migratory birds at Kuala Gula is between August and April every year. Bird watching, however, is not the only fun on the river of Kuala Gula.
来到这个地方呢，我要展示一个蛮好玩的一个游戏，就是让你们体验怎么样做嘻哈。Let me do the demonstration.
Okay.
所以你这个东西呢，你就这样放下去，
啊，
顶到它的表面，好，然后你就说有没有听到声音？
听到。
有没有？哎，
哇，这么容易的。
啊，对 ，wash it. So you can see a very nice coconut.
Actually, can eat, you know.
Well, maybe not now.
You can eat it fresh. Yeah, like
No.
sashimi 嘛。他们这样子可以吃的，不是煮。
如果你敢吃，可以吃。
Ah, 你敢吃 Okay, are you gonna eat it really?
Yeah, if you open it, can eat 嘛。
可以啊，很甜啊 ，very sweet.
Very sweet.
Wow.
Fresh.
What does it taste like?
It's like abalone's.
Really?
Little baby ones.
And it tastes good?
你要不要试试看？
好，我要试。
OK， 来，
对的。拿进来看一下。
拿进来。
其实这个地方是它培苗的地方，因为这个地方是比较风平浪静的，就是风险比较低。当它大到一定的程度，像皮那这么大，啊，它就抓去外面养，养到差不多这样大，就可以销到 market 去了。哇，那手指蛮有力的嘞，
啊，
一般上人是开不到哎。
这是做厨师的。
Look at that,
look at that. Wow. Yeah, it looks really good, huh? Alright, take it up. It's just like eating small baby little slices of abalone.
It's really fresh.
Yes.
I love it. And you know, usually you eat it like garnished with something or like
Yes,
cooked
but
in a
then
sauce.
once you open it, you can even like dip into a chili sauce or sambal. You know.
Fantastic. You should get some back and serve in your
I will.
restaurant.
I will.
You can't take the cockles out of the river as they're privately owned, but you can sure buy some from the fishing village.
The fishermen in Kuala Gula, they are working follow the lunar calendar.
Oh, I see.
During spring high tide, they will be very busy. During neap tide, they had to rest. So working 7 days, rest for 7 days. 你可以看到我们的船呢，它有标上一个 A。
Okay.
A 就是浅海渔夫 ，5 nautical below。在我们Kuala Gula村里嘛，渔夫他们就是只能够抓到虾，就抓不到太多的鱼。
And of course, looking at the treasure trove of fresh seafood laid out, Chef Julie can't resist picking out some for her restaurant.
其实呢，螃蟹有好多种。这个螃蟹它公的母的讲分呢，你要看它腹部的形状。当你看到它腹部的形状比较尖的，
对，
它是雄的；或者它腹部比较椭圆形的，这个就是雌的。female 的，
只是 female 才有蛋呢。
一般 female 才能够怀胎。
With Kuala Gula being such a thriving fishing village, there is no better option for dinner than seafood.
忙了一整天啊，带你们来我们地方上蛮招牌的一间海鲜餐厅来吃一个晚餐，顺来。
The chef and owner of the restaurant, Mr. Chua, has been cooking for 11 years. He invites Chef Julie into his kitchen as he whips up the restaurant's signature dish.
師傅，你今日煮咩？
今日我煮螃蟹炒米粉。
個鑊係咪好大火㗎？
呢啲夠味香先啊！螃蟹。哎呦，咁樣
上火喎！
有種味啊！加啲水落去。
This fragrance, I can even smell it just standing from here. The reason he's covering it is to keep all the flavors and everything that's inside from the crab so that it's in the stock itself before he puts the vermicelli in. It's ready. Wow, 好正啊，有香。Wow.
Succulent crab mee hoon is just one of the many dishes we're having tonight. There's also Neston prawns, curry fish head, and 3 flavor squid. Chef Julia and I continue our exploration of the river towns by visiting a salted egg factory and have the best cucur udang in Kuala Kurau. Chef Julia and I make our way to Kuala Kurau, another small coastal town just next door to Kuala Gula. We're here to see how salted eggs are produced at the salted egg factory, which has been run by Mr. Tan and his family for 3 generations.
Hello, Mr. Tan.
Hey, hello.
嗨，这个是咸蛋肠在做什么？
哦，这个我们的鸭蛋，我们抽来的时候分类先，分大小类，后面有称来的。
OK，
對對
重疊啦。
重啲嚇 ，A、B、C、D 都我們分類咯。
好第樣方法㗎啦。
有手咯，
手點
用手
樣
咯，麻煩啦。
OK，來，我 test 你啊。OK，這兩個。B 還是
A？B， 這是
B。OK，我們看下。哎。
啊 B。
B，yeah，well done。
啊，这个蛋呢，我们要保持它新鲜，我呢用这个好像多slide 这样，看它有single yolk还是 double yolk 哦。哦，this one 来 single yolk 啊，double yolk 的，你看啊，
這麼大這粒蛋，
對，啊，好像鵝蛋這樣，但是它是 double yolk 來的。
double yolk on both sides，它對細的 double yolk。
這樣看，裡面它有2粒啊，2啊。
Very slow，
慢慢來。
你看啊，這邊一粒，這邊一粒。
啊 ，there's one there。
對。
I think I will feel miserably if I were to do this.
Then one yolk.
This one yolk lah. This one yolk. This double yolk.
Oh. Can you tell the difference?
Not really.
Okay. Now I feel better now.
Mr. Tan is obviously an expert in this. He even specifically modified the torchlight just for checking the yolks. Once he sees a double yolk, he separates it. Double and triple yolks are popular because of the rarity. The next and third step is salting the eggs.
做咸蛋最重要是这个泥土。我们拿晒干的泥土，放在这个機器攪，要趁這個鹽攪拌它。鹽嚟。
係邊度嚟嘅？
即係 Australia 鹽嚟嘅，它的鹽分比較高。
摻落去咯喎。
摻了，這個鹽本身比較好一點。
又靚又乾淨。
摻了這個水，這個鹽跟泥攪拌它。
OK。
攪了好過後，我們拿去那個機器，要怎樣包製這個鹹鴨蛋。
I never knew it was done like this. 我每次想到那個蛋鹹，誒不怎樣鹹起來。對。
這個第4個步驟咯，怎樣醃製這個鹹鴨蛋？這個泥剛才已經攪好的泥啊。哦。啊，這個蒸這個蛋放這個機器裡面。這個黑黑的東西你知道什麼嗎？
是不是茶果來的？
不是茶果來的。
Coconut？
哦，不是。
No。
這個是 paddy husk。
paddy husk。
啊，拿去燒了的 paddy husk。
這樣我們是要放進去，是因為要保護那個。
對，保護這個蛋。你要試嗎？
可以嗎？可以嗎 ？Okay. You try.
It's a labor-intensive process, but the factory produces 5,000 eggs in an hour, which makes a total of 30,000 eggs produced in one day.
這是我爸爸媽媽。
Hello, Uncle. Hi, Auntie. 你好。
剛才我們做的蛋已經好了，剛才已經包這個稻米殼包好了。
So it comes out like that. 哦，它很密哦。
對。
By the time the eggs exit the length of the machine, they're thoroughly protected by a thick layer of paddy husks. The salted eggs are then arranged 50 in a box and need to be kept for a minimum of 2 weeks before consumption. Visitors and tourists are most welcome to tour the factory at any time and buy salted eggs directly from Mr. Tan. Of course, Chef Julia and I have to buy a few boxes home. Her for her restaurants in Ipoh and me for my family and friends.
It's nice. It's interesting, huh?
Just a few streets down from Mr. Tan's salted egg factory is one of the best cucur udang stalls in the country. Expertly made and deep fried to crunchy yet moist perfection is one of those foods you can put aside your diet for. Located in a quaint and tiny shop just by the roadside, This little stall has been in business for 20 years and hundreds of cucur udang are sold every day. Chef Julie and I, of course, cannot leave Kuala Kangsar without first dropping by for a taste or two.
Hello, Auntie. 哇，猪猪udang。Yes， 我等了很久来吃你的猪猪udang的啦。
呢個係咩嘅？
这是闪光，这是韭菜，
哦，這蝦就這樣子罷了咯。
放在米粉。
我試下得冇？
可以，来，不用急着，不用急着啊，不用急着啊。
And then
啊，放下啊，放下啊，这样下去。
it's in。
这样啊。
So 我這樣子，然後放，you got to pour it back，倒回下來，
然後放菜，
拿菜，
拿菜，然後放蝦
這樣我很做很多的哦，放很多，
盡量放，盡量放。
Mine, this is mine. OK，然後這個我們掃一掃吧，是不是？Oh, I know why it's so crispy, baby, because the flour is not so much. 這樣你做這樣子做 everyday 會做會鹹嗎？
不會啦，1個禮拜做6天罷了。
哎，6天做很多了嘞，很多人做5天2天休息的哦。但是你做得很高興哦。
高興咯，
我看你是 always smiling。
對啦，你給我這樣辦。
So that's the recipe for success. Auntie is proof that laughter makes anything and everything better. Aside from 8 cucur udangs, we couldn't resist having some sweet potatoes and popiah as well. Customers who choose to eat in can sit next door, where you can also order the most delicious homemade pineapple drink, fresh off the tree coconuts, and icy cold ice kacang.
Wow, looks great.
Look at that.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the cucur udang.
Wait. That's not the way to eat.
Oh, is it? Okay, then how do I eat it?
According to Julie, the locals eat cucur udang from Auntie's stall with noodles wrapped around it, making it a rather strange yet most fascinatingly delicious noodle and cucur udang experience. There are so many things about the 21st century that's wonderful. Businesses flourish and standards of living rise. But sometimes you come across places that almost stand still in time, flourishing quietly in its simplicity. Exploring the river towns of Perak has been enlightening and heartwarming.
Holidays like this are precious simply because it's an experience of generosity and warmth. And it's experiences like these, they are absolutely priceless. Plan a holiday with your friends and family. Go off the beaten track. Explore what you've never seen before. Let your heart and your stomach take you to places that will inspire you to no end. Sometimes it's the simplest of places that make the biggest impressions.